Hey guys, and yeah, it's another one of these videos, isn't it? So, as probably all of you know, Sunday night, Sunday night, Las Vegas fell victim to the, how do I word this? It fell to the worst mainland massacre since Orlando over a year ago. Now, originally I was going to be posting something else yesterday, but I was so taken aback from what happened Sunday night that I had to focus on other things than posting my videos. And ever since Hurricane Irma, that's not, my whole video schedule even got thrown off. So I'm trying my best not to make excuses, but just the emotional stress that I've been going through lately with school, but then also things like this. Like, it's times like these where I wish I can be a hero and step up to stop these from happening, but let's talk realistically. That's not really possible, is it? Like, I'm not Superman, I'm not Batman, I'm not Spider-Man, I'm not Iron Man, I'm not any of those superheroes that you see in your comic books or those Marvel and DC films. I don't know what to say, really. I guess I'm kind of living in a deja vu moment right now because over a year ago, 16 months ago, it was towards the ending of my sophomore year at college, and we saw those names of the victims who were shot at the Pulse Club, and one of those names was a college alumni, and even though I didn't know that person, like, I felt like a piece of me had been ripped out because a member of my college family, whether he graduated or if he was still here or whatever, he's living it up in the club as people do one night, and he's dead by morning. It's when I saw the news report when I woke up Monday morning, I was kind of reliving the Pulse tragedy because I remember my friends who marked themselves as living in Orlando or living in the surrounding areas, they were marking themselves as safe. And I know that's a very useful tool on Facebook, to like mark yourself as safe, especially even if a hurricane strikes. People have been doing that too. They mark themselves as safe if they can't use their phones to text or anything like that, especially if they lose power. But I'm a person who's, I mean, the Orlando tragedy, it was so close to me. It was so close, and even so close to my school for that matter, that if it didn't end the way that it did, it could have ended up a million times worse. So when I looked up the Las Vegas thing, the only thing that I kept thinking about was my friends in high school who say they go to Las Vegas because they had family living there, stuff like that. And I'm wondering if they're gonna be okay, or I mean, I haven't spoken to those friends in a very long while, so I wouldn't even know. But when you think Las Vegas, it's one of those cities that's always full of life every night. It's like the home city of casinos. It's the home city of major events, like some of the award shows that they do for music and stuff like that. You know it as one of the most lively cities in the world. But then to have something like that happen, that's one more thing they could add to the list of Las Vegas timelines or traits that people don't want to remember. And that's just not fair. None of this is fair. I know I might be going off on a lot of tangents, but I wish I knew what concrete thing that I wanted to say, because it's like we're going on a very downward spiral of a lot of bad things happening, and whether this is a sign or not, I just want this violence to end. Why does every major statement have to end in people dying? I don't get it. I really don't get it. We're all human beings. We're all adults here. The levels some people will go because there's this hatred or something inside that impulses them to commit such horrible acts to innocent people. And unfortunately, it's these social settings in today's society that they can get some sickly feeling of whatever fulfillment to their private agendas that they have, because that's where most people, bad things will happen to most people in those locations, and it's not fair. People go to these places to have fun, and that's just the only purpose. People don't go there expecting to get killed. They don't. People go out to have fun because that's what people do. Once they get off work, once they get out of school, they go to these club places, these casinos, to forget about those daily obligations. People go on vacation to Las Vegas because it's vacation. They don't want to think about work for a week, or a week and a half, or two. Anyways, I think that's all I can say about it, and that we gotta pray for Las Vegas now. We gotta remember that there is still good out there, and good will eventually overcome evil, and hopefully justice will be brought to those who deserve it, especially for those in Vegas. And the best way I can end this video is, please don't let stuff like this bring you all the way down. Just take this with a grain of salt and remember that there are people out there who are suffering and they need heroes. Maybe we can all be heroes one day. I hope I can find a way. Somehow. So, please enjoy the rest of this day, this week. Just enjoy it the best you can. If you guys are living in the Vegas area or anywhere nearby, and if there's any like donations they could go out to support the victims from Vegas, like donating money, donating your blood, please do so. It's the first step that we can take. I'm Cait, Cher, and it's been real. Bye.